request you.
Ma'am, she's not coming because of
you are comfortably sitting in the maths class.
All right. Please sit down. Please sit down. All right. Today we will be finishing refraction of light on plane surface and I hope today. All right. Let's start with one question. In last class we saw that a pencil when observed from outside, because when pencil is kept inside water, it appears.
Be at a certain height above the
So it appears raised. The basically उसका end जो है raised दिखता है, because of which it appears bent to you, right? It is bent. What is refraction of chapter 4? What does that mean? Is be special.
We have test tomorrow in school.
All right. Yes. In last 10 minutes we get to the complete revision. All right. Now the next question to you is: so in last class, that question was with respect to an object being observed from outside. So you were observing from outside, and this was a denser medium, which was, let's say, water. Okay, an object was here, वो पेंसिल या जो भी तो इसका टिप यहाँ था, आपने देखा कि इसका इमेज जो है रेज्ड हो रहा था, ठीक है? If I change the scenario and ask you question, I want answers from all of you written in your book. Now the question is not this one, because this is known to you that image of any object is raised when observed from outside, when we are talking about object in denser medium. Now the question is, if you are observing from inside the denser medium and you are observing an object which is outside in the basically rarer medium, please do not discuss. Think this is examination ka question. The question to you is, object A is observed by the person from denser medium. You have to answer what difference will he see with respect to the position of object A. Will it be more closer to the surface of water or away from surface of water? Those are the two options that I give you. So you tell me whether, not tell me in the sense verbally, I want you to write it down. If it is closer, write Y, maybe with the help of the diagram or maybe with the help of your wordings, your reasoning, your wish, whichever you could say. And if you are saying it is away from the surface, then again you need to supplement it via reasoning. So question is clear to you. The object is outside in the rarer medium. You are observing from the denser medium, and you need to tell where is the image of object A formed. Okay, closer to the surface or away from the surface, and draw the reasoning, whatever reasoning. You have 3 minutes for this. No discussion. Your reasoning का आप समझिए, एग्जामिनेशन आप कितना ही कोशिश करेंगे परफेक्ट आर्गुमेंट पेश.
Yes, gives one in like where do you have to start the ray of light and what it.
I will give you hint in the other way. जब आपका ऑब्जेक्ट ऐसे था और आप ऑब्जर्व कहां से कर रहे थे, बाहर से कर रहे थे, तो आपने कैसे रे डायग्राम बनाया था? आपने टिप को ले लिया था और माना था कि जो रे यहाँ से आ रही है आपकी आंख में पहुंचेगी, राइट? सो आपकी रे जाती है ऐसे और फिर फाइनली इट रीचेस योर आई, wherever your eyes. So in this case you draw it from this direction to this direction, because यहाँ से जो लाइट आ रही है आपकी आंखों में पहुंचनी चाहिए. यहाँ पे आपकी आंखें यहाँ पे है. So in which way will you draw the rays? Your wish. Think and tell. So this is the hint. You were observing from outside, so ray जो है यहाँ से जा रही है, and depending upon refraction, so यहाँ पे ray object से ray जाएगी, of course, hit करेगी मीडियम में और आपकी आंखों में पहुंचने वाली है. तो कैसे होगा वो डायग्राम एटलीस्ट बता दीजिए मुझे. How will that diagram look? What is happening? Why? You can go outside the wall. इसका जगह है उधर ना मुझे. That dot is the object. That's the object. There is. I was just talking in terms of previous. Okay, I have got one answer. So the object is away. So one person is done. Either start or go come and sit there. Question right I think few of you have got the logic, but please show the same in the representation. Yes. So since in this case, ray was moving from denser to rarer, so it was moving what? Away from the normal. In this case, what will happen?
Move towards the normal.
Ray is coming from here, hitting the surface, and then it is going to reach your eye. All right. And since it is going to hit the eye, this is where it hits. I have to draw the normal. And when I draw the normal, I know now it is moving from rarer to denser.
Yes,
And rarer to denser with rarer, it will move towards the normal or away from it?
towards the normal.
So I have to bend it such a way that I cannot draw it like this because this is away from the normal. So I have to show it towards the normal.
I'm almost done.
All right.
One strikes.
Yes, one partisan. That's correct. Now, since this is how I got it, but the question was, where is the image formed, right? So image के लिए मुझे क्या चाहिए होंगे? Two rays चाहिए होंगे.
Another ray
ठीक
will
है?
be normal.
Can I get the ruler? I get it. Now, when this ray reaches your eye, you think that it is coming from straight path. Your eye doesn't think it is bending at some particular point. What happened? Again, it is
Then
so let's just draw the backward motion. It is coming and it appears that it is coming straight from behind. But what is the problem? I need another ray for location of image. Two rays चाहिए होते हैं हमें. So one ray is hitting like this. And आपने apparent depth and real depth के लिए जो ray use किया था, कैसे use किया था?
Normally.
It is hitting normally to the surface.
yes, ma'am.
Then it will go again. And आपकी आंखों में सारी rays जब जाएंगे, of course it can be somewhere here, whichever way. And this will, you will trace the backward path, and you will see that this image is formed somewhere over here. So if this is your object O, image is formed away from the surface.
Yes, ma'am.
And in this case, image is formed closer to the surface. ठीक है?
Check.
And this is the case where it is. All right. All right. Who's in this?
Ma'am, chatter with.
All right. I'll check both of them. No, it's clear. I have clearly shown. It should reach your arm, right? Is it that? All right. Give me volume. So let's. Since I believe some of you can see it, you have to.
Yes, ma'am.
Enough, Pratik. Half of your time will go here, and then in doubt session you will tell the same thing which is already discussed. We'll finish all of this. And in next class we'll be starting with refraction through lenses. Oh, I think we have yes, we have done most of the questions. In fact, most सारे different जो important questions है ये है हमने. I will request you all to try as many questions as you can from the volume, practice it, and in case you have doubts, we can solve it in the doubt session. And if I feel those questions are important enough to be discussed in classroom, I can take it. I believe you will start solving. You are in 10th grade. There's no need for any specific person to tell you then start solving questions. Let's move to next chapter. Before that, like anybody, someone requested that since you have test, let's quickly do recap of this whole chapter. Okay. So what do you want to revise?
Fourth chapter, refraction.
What is first unit? Give me the book.
Refraction of light.
Quickly give the book. So first unit that means up to glass lab.
Yes, ma'am. That's multiple images.
Let's start with you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Only numerical.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. From 4 and all numericals. It is not taught yet.
All right. So, all right. So I think we can. That's just for your test, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
We'll start with her. Can you tell me quickly for work energy, right? Yes. Can you tell me all the cases in which work done can be zero? What are the conditions for which work done is zero? Let us say. All right. Can you maintain silence? Quickly tell and be loud. Okay. When the object does not move any distance, that means displacement is zero. When the object commits an circle and moves towards the same point, that is again displacement. Can you say something other condition when work done is zero? All right. Yes.
When the force applied is
All right. Yes. The last.
base and hypotenuse is 90 degrees.
All right. That's the most. That's. I can't. In case you give this reason in exam, I won't be able to give you marks because what is base, what is height in this? What do you mean by base and height?
No means the angle between them is 90.
Means what angle between them?
And when the displacement is normal to the direction of force and when angle is equal to 90 degrees.
So one person said base and height. Base and height. This is base. This is height. That angle is 90. Please don't say like this. You have to say what base means and what height means in terms of work.
What is the point
So
of application?
work is force and displacement, right?
Yes,
So like he was trying to exemplify your same thing. So either this can be force and this is displacement. So when the angle between force का direction and displacement का direction क्या है?
90.
ठीक है?
Yes.
Then work done is
Zero.
No matter what is the displacement, since direction of displacement is perpendicular to the direction of force, the work done will always be
Zero.
because what is the complete formula?
F cos theta.
So cos 90 is what? Cos 90. Cos 90 is
Cos 90 zero. Yes, ma'am.
that's the most important
Yes,
question. Can you tell me what is kinetic energy theorem? Sorry, what is the formula for kinetic energy? Wait, that's half mv square. And can you tell me what is velocity ratio formula? What is velocity ratio? Displacement of effort upon all right. We'll go here. Can you tell me what is Snell's law? The Snell's law is the
Suspense बने रहने देता थोड़ा मजा आता
so sin I is what? Sin I means what does I represents in this case? Angle of incidence. What does R represent? Refraction. We are not all right. Can you tell me what is?
No, Raj, I'm still wait for 4 seconds.
All right, girls, can you tell me? One of you can you tell me what is the other formula apart from Snell's law, which is sin I by sin R? What is the relation of velocity with respect to refractive index? So if I say refractive index of medium 2 with respect to 1, what is that? I have asked any one of them. Not mu. So it is V1 by V2. What does V1 mean? This is the last question. Now, I hope none of you will go wrong in this. There are 3 medium A, B, C, and refractive index of all of them is given. So, refractive index of medium A is 1.33. Refractive index of B is given as 1.4. Refractive index of C is given as 1.6. Okay. In which of these medium light travels the slowest?
So can you name them again?
A, B, C.
I think slowest.
All right. So how many of you think it is slowest in A? Please raise your hand. How many of you think it is slowest in B? Please raise your hand. Okay. How many of you think it is slowest in C? So majority this time is correct. So that is higher the refractive index,
Lower the speed of light.
it is becoming more denser, and since it is becoming more denser, velocity will be slow down. All right. Let's move to the next chapter, which has
Reflection.
refraction. But lenses.
Vision. Chapter number 5. Page number 848. And
So we'll move to next chapter, which is refraction of light lens. Now, now this is a chapter which is very easy but becomes very complex if you if you miss some part and you try to complicate it with the numbering, because there are a lot of numbering mechanisms that your textbook have used. So let's just simplify it and then put it in complex manner in which textbook has explained us. And I want absolute cooperation and silence. You can speak, answer them. I don't want silence. But cooperation will move to you. Can you call it the one? When light was passing through such surface, this is a glass surface, and what is the shape of this glass? So, we saw that light hits, bends towards the normal, then again exits, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So in previous chapter, we saw all the mediums that we were taking. The medium in which we saw refraction, and that was mostly for the surfaces which were rectangular in shapes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will be moving to another Pratik. Now again we will be observing the same thing where light will undergo, it will pass through transparent medium because we took glass, right? So since it is transparent medium, light will pass through it, but in some other fashion because it undergoes refraction.
Yes,
Okay. And what is the difference that we see? Instead of taking straight plane surfaces, we will take now curved surfaces. And curved surfaces shapes can be anyhow. It can be, I will take a medium where both the surfaces are curved and both are bulging outward, or I can take a surface where both are curved inside, or I can take surface where one side is bulging outwards but other one is plain straight like this. So I can take straight surface, or yes, we will come to that. Or we can take again curved inside, straight.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, crescent shape.
And
Crescent shape.
like he's saying, we can take both the sides curved,
Yes, ma'am.
or we can take one side curved like this,
And one side platform inside.
and one side again
Convex.
curved. Now, since we are taking curved surfaces,
Yes, ma'am.
we will be naming them. But before we start, let's start with the first thing, which is lens. How do we define lens? What does lens mean? Again,
Transparent medium.
It is a transparent refracting medium.
so like everybody is saying, we are not taking these surfaces of, we are not making these objects shaped like this with a wooden block or an iron block, anything. We are using something which is transparent. It can be glass. Okay, it can be made up of some acrylic material which is glass. Yes, why not diamonds? Of course, diamonds. So how do we define lens? Lens is a transparent medium bounded by curved surfaces on both the sides. Curved can be bulging outwards and curved surface can be bulging inwards.
Sorry.
It can be either curved inwards. All right.
Yes.
Now let's name them. If both of them are bulging outwards, we call it
Convex.
convex. But since both the side it is bulging outwards, so it is biconvex lens. is plain and only on one side it is bulging outwards. So one is plain and the other one is bulging outwards. Then it is
Concave.
curved inwards.
Concave.
We will call it concave, but since on both the sides it is concave. And same one is plain. The whole confusion comes when we have to name these.
First one is concavo convex and second one is convexo convex.
So one is concavo convex and the other one is convexo. Now pay attention for this. Now the confusion is in this case one is bulging outwards and one is inside में curved है. So basically आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? ये केव की तरह है, राइट? इसलिए यहाँ पे हम इसको केव वर्ड बोलते हैं. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे एक केव सरफेस है, यहाँ पे दो केव सरफेस है. यहाँ पे क्या है? One is bulging outwards, but the other side is cave surface.
Yes, ma'am.
Here also one is cave and one is bulging outwards.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
what is the difference? How do we name them? So let me tell and pay attention for this in case it comes. How do we name convex lens? Convex lens का एक जो आप basically जो feature है, how do we say what is a convex lens? Convex lens are such lens which are thicker at the
middle.
center and they are tapering towards the end. Are you getting that?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
convex lens की क्या feature है? It is thicker at the center and tapering towards the end. Exactly opposite is the concave lens.
Yes.
It is thinner at the center and thicker towards the end. Now look at these two things. This particular thing is representing feature where it is thicker at the center and tapering towards the ends. So basically it is very much closer to this feature where it is thicker at the center but tapering towards the end. So ये major किसका है ये?
Convex, concave.
Convex का major feature है. Let me tell you how to remember. So convex का clearly देखिए major feature है, but उसमें क्या है? एक cave भी है. So we write it concavo convex lens. This is how you remember. It is concavo convex lens. Convex lens की major खूबी है यहाँ पे. Same यहाँ पे क्या हो जा रहा है? Opposite हो रहा है, तो इसको क्या बोलेंगे आप?
Convex or concave.
यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? It is thinner and thicker at the end. So इसका major feature है concave and इसके साथ एक दूसरा surface क्या है? Convex. So this becomes convexo concave. Yes. I hope henceforth
Yes,
you
ma'am.
should not get confused which one is concavo convex or convexo concave.
Concave.
आप ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते ये भी concavo convex और convexo concave. So one thing is clear. What is lens? Lens is a transparent medium bound by curved surfaces.
Either spherical surfaces.
अरे यार नाम बोल रही है ना बस करना.
So that is lens, and we have seen two major kind of lenses that we will be studying. One is convex lens, and the other one is concave lens. So concave lens is thinner at the center, and stop it.
I'm is beating me.
Enough. It is thinner at the center and thicker towards the end. And what is convex? Convex is clearly thicker at the center, and it is. Please draw the diagram, write the topic and all the names quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
Concave or convex.
You don't have any of your mouth for that. Please bear with me.
Oh wow.
Quickly.
देखिए I'm not telling contact.
All right, is it done?
No,
तेरे को शेक कर दूंगा दुनिया में आला मिल्क शेक बादाम
All right, shall we?
No, ma'am. अरे मेरे को बोलिए इंश्योरेंस में देता हूँ
in this it is just like biconvex, right? It's a thicker at the medium and
बायकॉन्वेक्स में क्या होता है? दोनों साइड बल्ज आउटवर्ड हो रहा है।
yes, ma'am.
यहाँ पे दोनों बल्ज आउटवर्ड किया है। एक साइड में केव है, एक साइड में बल्ज आउटवर्ड है। It is not the same as that, right?
The last one looks like
That's how we define convex. Equal at the center and taper.
the last one looks like boomer and
Enough. Now,
wait.
ये भाई 13 हो गया क्लास में भी मैं कर
I'm done.
all right, I'm taking this much place and I'll do that. Now, the important thing is with respect to this lenses is will now stick to one lens which is convex lens, and whenever convex lens is set, by default it is understood that we are talking about biconvex lens. Okay, so if convex lens is henceforth used, that means you're talking about biconvex lens, and if concave lens is used, then that means you're talking about biconcave lens. All right. Let's stick to convex lens, and few lectures we will be devoting to convex lens, and then we will move to concave. Shall we? Now I believe you have done mirrors in previous class,
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have studied about curved mirrors.
Yes, ma'am.
And what did we do with curved mirrors? We tried to locate
Ray
the
diagram.
image, yes, image formation and how image looks.
Yes, ma'am.
In plain mirror it was easy. In curved mirror it becomes a bit
A bit
difficult.
different.
Similarly, in plain rectangular glass it was a bit easy. The
Yes,
ray
ma'am.
diagrams passage. In lenses, in curved lenses, we will be studying how refraction takes place, and we will stick to some few rays which will help us quickly get the image location, because that's the purpose of lenses and mirrors. All right. Now, if you all are done, please pay attention over here. Pratik, are you done? So now let's start with this. So for mirrors also we had the various ways that we use, various terms that we introduce. We'll introduce those terms first. Okay. We'll start with the terms before. All right, let's start with the terms first. So you can see this curved surface. This would be part of some original sphere. If I take this, would be part of some original curved surface.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, this would also be part of some original curve. This side will be part of some original curve. So ये जो curved surface है, इसका आप यहाँ पे ये curved surface का center देखोगे, तो it will lie somewhere over here. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I will label it as C, and that is nothing but center of
Center
curvature.
of
And on this side also there will be another center.
Center of
I will label it as center of curvature.
Yes.
Okay. I can label them as C1 and C2 also, no problem.
CSD dash.
C1 and C2, that is also alright. So this is numbering which creates whole lot of confusion. So let's just say that both of these are curved at some same extent. So let's say this radius the center of curvature and this will be same. अभी फिलहाल हम without numbers के solve करते हैं ताकि easy हो जाए. Now what is the second thing? The second important thing is this is the curved surface and there is one center point in this lens. This center point in mirror we had some center point of mirror. We labeled it as pole. We labeled it as pole. And for lens we label the center point as optical center. What do we call it?
Optical
center. Okay. And the axis which is passing through this optical center and this center of curvature.
Yes, ma'am.
This line is known as principal axis, the same that we use
Yes, ma'am.
for mirrors as well.
Yes, ma'am.
We call it principal axis.
Principal axis.
Okay. Now comes the most important thing. We have two center of curvature. We have optical center. Optical center labeling is done in a very like you will have to define what is optical center. Now,
The
if
point.
a ray, now please pay attention, if a ray is entering the lens and it passes through this optical center, what will happen to it?
Ma'am, it will reflect also. Ma'am, like same path, yes, ma'am.
Yes, so that is how it defined. So what is optical center? Optical center is the point in the lens
Yes.
such that if ray strikes at optical center, it will pass through it without any deviation. Okay. If it is, let's say another ray is coming from this direction, if it is, let me just redraw it again. If it is, I'm so sorry. Thank you for that fun or entertainment that you're trying to do. So, if ray is hitting such that now it is hitting optical center from this angle, again it will pass without any deviation. All right. That is how we define optical center. It's very important.
So won't there be any refraction?
Yes. Now, like he said, won't there be any refraction? So, how does refraction occur in this concave lens? Is this concave lens?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
With the
My con-
Yes.
With the con.
So if I'm saying it incorrectly, please correct me. So So like he said, will there not be any refraction? So how did we
No, ma'am.
just let me just come to
Same
it.
medium.
So the thing is, you look at this diagram. If you break it into simpler structure, your textbook has given it. If you break this into simple structure, this can look like this.
Prism and a glass slab and another.
This is rectangular glass slab that we have studied.
Yes.
This is prism structure.
Yes.
Thicker at the center and tapering towards the
Oh yes, yes, ma'am.
end.
Yes.
All right. So let's say if I replace this with this diagram and check the ray diagrams, how will ray pass through it? How will it look? So you will understand what will happen for this particular case, which is convex lens. So now I'm replacing it with this structure. Okay, he's saying why are we dividing it? Do you remember that case for the previous apparent depth and real depth वाला case?
Yes, ma'am.
आपने देखा उसमें हमने approximation लिया था. क्यों करते हैं ताकि easy हो जाए समझना.
Yes.
So यहाँ पे भी हम क्यों करते हैं ऐसा ताकि easy हो जाए समझना जो rays हम draw करने वाले. So now let's just take a case where ray is hitting. It is hitting such that it is hitting parallelly to the principal axis. So मान लीजिए principal axis यहाँ से ऐसे pass हो रही है. ray यहाँ पे hit हो रही है. ठीक है.
Yes, ma'am, they will be joined, right?
Yes, of course they will be joined. I've just
Yes.
okay. Let's take it like.
We are going to confuse that they might be refraction.
No. They are joined only. Just for the. All right. So this is how. This is not the actual, but this is how close depiction that we can do for a easier depiction understanding. अभी हमें यहाँ पे क्या दिखाना है? दो रिफ्रैक्शन होने वाला है. एक एंट्री पॉइंट पे और एक एग्जिट पॉइंट पे. Because glass structure में भी दो रिफ्रैक्शन हुए थे, एंट्री पॉइंट एंड एग्जिट पॉइंट. Now look at this entry point. Let me just draw it slightly बड़ा ताकि आपको समझ आ जाए.
Yes, ma'am. And it looks like prism.
Now look at this surface. I will have to draw normal. Since surface is like this, normal कैसे होगा? 90 degree. So if I draw normal, it will be like this. What happens when it is entering a denser medium? It will move. It will move towards the normal. So it is moving like this, closer to the normal. ठीक है? Now again at this surface, what will happen? It will try to exit.
Yes.
I will have to show again our normal. So let's draw normal again. Now it will try to move towards the normal or away from
the normal.
So it will move away from the normal.
Yes,
So you can see it should have gone like this, but now it is moving away from the normal.
normal.
You can clearly see that the ray which was going parallelly, it is now bending towards principal axis, right? If the same thing I had drawn over here, another parallel ray was hitting here, it will move towards and converge like this, right?
Yes.
Same replication will happen. What we see over here is that this convex lens,
Yes.
it is trying to converge the parallel rays which were hitting it. You can clearly see
Yes, ma'am.
this thing where rays are converging.
On the
Now
principal
this is what you have done. This is detailed refraction that you are showing. You are showing refraction at these 2 points. अब henceforth जब हम diagram करेंगे तो हम इतना detail नहीं बनाएंगे because हमें काफी सारे ray diagrams की वजह से सारे image location बताने हैं. So we will show the same thing by a simple depiction, and what we will show is we have now understood that okay, for this particular lens which is convex lens, rays which hit, they are brought together towards the principal axis. Basically they converge. So now if I am drawing a convex lens, and let's say this is the principal axis,
Yes.
and if it is hit by parallel stream of rays, I will go inside, reach the midrib. I'll just for the depiction part. Okay, the center, I will go and I know what does it do? It bends it towards the principal axis.
Like
They all will converge
at the principal
at a point,
Forming an image.
and that point is known as
Focus.
focus.
Just focus or focus.
Principal
Focus.
Single is focus, plural is foci, F-O-C-I. Yes, so this is which kind of lens? This is converging. So if, please pay attention. If you are asked which lens is also known as converging lens, it is clearly convex lens which bring rays together. Okay, why? Because what is the other one?
Diverging.
Diverging rays, and we will see. So this is what happens in which convex lens. This is how the simple structure of the same thing I will show. Now the next one is, which is this lens?
Biconvex.
Biconcave.
This is biconcave lens. So henceforth we will be using which word?
Concave.
Concave lens. So I can represent the same thing by a structure like this. Again सेंटर में हम बना देंगे, and यहाँ पे हम बना देंगे कुछ ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर. What happens? Now we will do the detailed explanation, detailed refraction for concave lens and see what happens. In this particular case, we clearly saw a ray which is hitting parallelly, converges. Let's see what happens over here. I will draw principal axis again. Let's just continue this one, the principal axis. Let's just hit a perpendicular, a parallel line. Now comes the whole trick is over here. The whole trick is over here. Let me just hit it over here. Now you need to draw normal properly. आप normal properly बना दोगे तो सारा easy हो जाएगा. Now this is the surface. How will the normal look? 90 degree. So 90 degree जो होगा ऐसे होगा.
6 months.
अब it is moving into what? Denser medium
Towards the normal.
towards the normal. यहाँ पे normal जो थी, यहाँ झुकी हुई थी तो towards में अंदर की तरफ चली गई. यहाँ normal ऊपर की तरफ है तो मेरा जो ray towards the normal जाने के चक्कर में क्या हो जाएगा? ऊपर चला जाएगा. ठीक है? क्योंकि normal का मतलब क्या होता है? Surface से 90 डिग्री. यहाँ पे surface ऐसा है तो उसका 90 डिग्री कुछ ऐसा होगा. यहाँ पे सरफेस ऐसा है तो उसका 90 डिग्री कैसा होगा? ऐसा होगा. ऐसा तो नहीं बना सकते, ऐसा तो 90 डिग्री बिल्कुल नहीं होगा. So it's the normal diagram. Yes. At now this point again I will have to draw normal. Let's draw normal. Again surface ऐसा है तो 90 डिग्री कैसा होगा? ऐसा. So आपने normal बराबर बनाना है. Now it will move away. So it is going. ये already इतना दूर ही था, अब ये और दूर जाएगा. So now it is going to move.
And diverging is.
So clearly I can see in case of concave lens, if I again did the same thing over here, I can see that it is going to move away from the principal axis. Basically, rays will move away from each other, and this is diverging.
This was then.
So this is so the other name for concave lens is what? Diverging lens. Again, if I want to draw a simple structure for this, यहाँ पे हमने इसको simple way में ऐसे बना दिया है. तो हम इसको simple way में कैसे बना देंगे? Where shall I draw it? They will not be able to see it. All right, so अब तो I do not have the. आप ये 3 draw कर लीजिए, then we will see. Quickly. Oh no, don't move it. Don't. It's all right. We can use this lower space. We can use this. So that last one I am drawing it over here. How will the simplified diagram look? I will draw concave lens. This is my principal axis. Rays are hitting parallelly. You will go up to center.
Yes.
And then show it is moving away.
Yes.
And then it appear to be coming from a common point. And that common point is known as focus.
This is forming a virtual ring. This is forming a virtual ring. Those are forming real.
Yes, we will. ये वाला ना टॉर्च में यूजुअली हम मिरर यूज करते हैं, ठीक है, विच इज कॉन्केव मिरर. आपने देखा होगा कि उसमें रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस लेंस नहीं. Is it done? Yes, this is a simplified diagram. This is the main diagram. Now pay attention. Pay attention to this question. Usually, are you all listening?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the detailed refraction happening in a convex lens. This is the detailed refraction happening in a concave lens.
Yes, ma'am.
If question says draw detailed refraction, then you will be showing these two diagrams depending upon which lens they have asked.
Yes.
Otherwise, you will be using this simplified ray diagrams henceforth for your image location and any other question that comes.
Yes.
Enough, Pratik. Pratik, do your work. In this particular diagram, it's not particular draw, it's better. In this particular diagram, it's not necessary, but since I had introduced, you can just. All right, how much time do we have?
1 minute. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
6 minutes.
All right.
1 minute.
6 minutes.
All right. आप no. I have question for. Can you answer this question? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
The question is just instead of this ray and instead of principal axis, like he had a particular question for principal axis. So let's say principal axis draw नहीं की थी, ठीक है? But there was a ray which was hitting such that it was at this point, which is optical center के यहाँ से एकदम straight यहीं पे hit हो रहा था at 90 degree.
Yes, ma'am.
So you know what will happen now. This is the surface. It is hitting normally. What is going to happen?
Reflection.
It will go straight, and now it is going to enter optical center. It is going to hit optical center. What will happen further?
It will just reflect.
It will, yes. So it will go straight, and since again it will hit normally, and it will go straight without any deviation.
Yes,
Alright?
ma'am.
So let's say this was a diagram. So if this is meeting somewhere here, then ideally by this diagram में जो ray origin है कुछ
Then
ऐसे
the point of convergence is the focus at that right is the principal.
Yes. Now if this all is done, I need to.
Ma'am, not yet done.
I'm just started.
I want to see the normal lines because the whole diagram can go wrong if you draw normally incorrect. So please draw normal properly for the detailed diagram. This one is all right. This one I know you will understand, and this one you will be practicing again and again for the next day diagram. Make sure in this diagram you draw normal properly, and here also you draw normal properly. And thus it's all right if you do not draw this two. This I just drew it just to show you. This is more important. At least give one. I need to check this one, this first one, and this one.
That's also the second focal point.
Which one draw the second one diagram? Second
ये
diagram.
जिससे इंट्रोड्यूस भी नहीं किया फोकस जैसे नहीं बता दिया यहाँ पे कोई
Second focal point. Second
diagram बनाना है.
Okay, the main diagram is this one where you see rays moving away from the principal axis. Yours rays moving towards.
उसकी जरूरत नहीं बीच में देखनी.
This is how you now simplified way में वैसे बनाते हो. ये simplified way में वैसे बनाते हो. ये आप नहीं बनाओगे तो चलेगा. हम आगे की क्लास में
चालू कर दिया
All right. Which school is having test tomorrow? All the best to all. Thank you, ma'am.
Mom told that
मैम रिफ्रैक्शन से मैं माइंड आई कोई नहीं बनेगा.
All the best to Dhyan.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm all 10 marks, 3 units. 3 separate units.
because 1 10 marks that you can take is that you will only get. पिछले तो अभी खाली न्यूमेरिकल फ्रैक्शन से करो बोला कि जब तुम एग्जाम में
अरे नहीं
All right, pay attention. In this case, now जो पीछे बैठे हैं उन्हें शायद दिखाई नहीं दे रहा, but यहाँ पे rays hitting here, if rays hitting parallelly here, यहाँ से bend हो रहा है वो. If this is the normal, it is bending like this towards the normal. It is bending from here. It is not going straight. आगे ऐसे straight नहीं जा रहा है वो. आपको bend यहीं से बताना है towards the normal. Show bend towards the normal at this particular point. Show the normal and then again show away from the normal. What happened?
done ma'am.
All right.
Principal axis अरे बेंड रिफ्रैक्ट के बाद एक्सेसरी थोड़ा सा क्योंकि अभी डायग्राम छोटा है
See you in next class.
Yes ma'am.
छोड़ने का मतलब
हमेशा हो गया ना पेपर
ये मैन पीछे बैठती है
भाई 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 सामने दिख रहा है वहां पे तो क्या
राशि मुझे मेरा